Good morning Floss Tube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on Floss Tube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 16th of February 2022 and this is Floss Tube number 18. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. Whether you are a returning viewer or a new viewer, you are very welcome here. It's lovely to see you, lovely to spend a little bit of time with you today. I'm saying I don't have a massive amount to show you. I do have an FFO, but unfortunately I can't show it yet because it's not arrived with the birthday girl as yet. So I'll just have to show that next time. So I'm going to make a start and I'll start with my whips. I hope you won't be bored because obviously I don't have a massive amount of whips, so you basically just see the same things every time I film. So I hope that you won't mind that. Sorry, I just thought I'd put the light on, it's gone a little bit dull. So yeah, the first work in progress I would like to show is this one, and it's Holt being my bonnet, and it is Pleasant and Gentle from the Prim Stitch series. Get a little bit closer so you can see it better. And I'm stitching this in the DMC. And that's where I've got to. I don't know if you can see there is a sheep. I've started to stitch the sheep. It's a big one. So I think since the last time I showed it, I don't know, I can't remember, I can never remember, can I? But she does have a face and some hair. Got her hat done apart from, I assume what is a ribbon around her hat. And she stitched on 32 count Stormy Skies Murano by Swigart. And I'm really happy with the way she's stitching up. I think that sheep is going to take a lot of stitching because that's a big sheep. But yeah, she's a really nice stitch, and I've never stitched one of Laurie Holt's patterns before. I do have another one, which is actually another one that that Lisa gifted me one year for Christmas, and I really must get that out and start it at some point. Right, next up is this one, Plum Street Samplers Always Remember. And if you've been here before, you'll know that I'm going to take out the eagles, because obviously we don't have eagles over here, and I'm going to change the stars and stripes to the Union Jack. And I'm probably going to change the wording as well, but I just don't know as yet how I'm going to do it. And a lovely lady called Audrey, who watches my Floss Tubes, and we also have recently started to follow each other on Instagram. She messaged me and excuse me, can't speak. She messaged me and suggested using robins instead. Now, robins are our national bird, so I might do that. I've had a look. I looked through my Just Cross Stitch Ornament magazines, and I found a smallish robin, but I just don't know whether it'll fit in the gap. And I also found some doves as well, because I thought maybe doves, but I think what I'm going to do is just get all the poppies stitched and everything else, and then just see what I can do with it. So hi Audrey. So this is where I'm at. As you can see, I'm doing quite well with the poppies on that side. I think they're about done actually on that side. So then I shall just stitch the grass on the bottom first and then make a start. It's not showing up very well actually now that I've put the light on, but it was just too dull. This is stitched on 35 or 36 count Pale Grey Linen by Zweigart. I did get the called for linen in a 40 count, and it was just, the weave was so tight I knew I wasn't going to be able to stitch on it, so I sold that, which was because it was nice linen, but there was just no way that I was going to be able to stitch on it for any length of time. So sorry, excuse me a minute. Little ball's dropped off. I'll put that back on later. Just wanted to pick it up before I forgot about it. And next up, Lainey and I do a Blackbird Design sale on a Saturday, and I had a new start, and it's from this book, which is My Heart is True. I can't read it back to front. And it's a collaboration between Blackbird Designs and Nicola, sorry, I'm going to really ruin this, Ferrata of Nikki's Creations, and this is the one that I'm stitching, A Flock of Birds, and I'm doing it in the DMC. There's only four colours. Yeah, 4 colours. And I do have some gingham linen, but it's not this shade. So, I don't know what shade it is, to be honest, but it's just some, I think Barb sent me it a long time ago, and I have used a little piece out of it. So that's my start. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's my start. So I stitched on that while I was watching The Masked Singer. I don't know if anybody else in the UK watches obviously the UK version of The Masked Singer. It's been great fun this year. And our favourite one as well, so that was good. Such a fun show, and I'm really sad that it's finished now until hopefully the next series of it. So that is that one. Over there. And then next one is my birthday stack, which is hashtag StitchySally's winter birthday sale. That's easy for me to say, isn't it? And it's With Thy Needle and Thread, Winter Rose Manor. And I think if you've been here before, you'll know, but if you haven't, I am using all the called for colours apart from can't remember, no, hazelnut, and I can't remember what I've swapped it out for. It might be pecan, but I'm not sure. And also I swapped out the conch, which the house is stitched in, for WDW Rose Quartz. So that's the one that I'm using for the house. It's not showing up very well there. It's showing up, it's quite washed out there. And I'm still stitching away on the house. I've got to it now, and I am determined to keep going just on the house. Yeah, that's kind of showing up. It's not really showing up pinky at all, and it is a pink. It's looking more, I don't know what you'd call grey lilac-y there, but it's not. So I've got, as you can see, I've got the frame for the door. I've got some of the window frames in. Ready for this window frame to go in here. It's coming along quite nicely, is this house, and that's it. That's as far. Help! Yeah, that's as far up as the house goes, and then there'll be a roof, obviously, on top. So that's how that's coming along. Really enjoying this. I thought I'd be really fed up of the house by now, but I'm not. So one of my goals this year is to try and get that finished, which is doable. It's doable way before the end of the year, I think, if I put my mind to it, to be honest. I'm just going to put everything away as I go along, and then at least I can just scoop it up and put everything away. Now, last time I mentioned, and I should have watched my last video back actually, or found it in the video, because I can't remember whether I'd actually started it or whether I just showed what I was going to start for Winter Cross Stitch Camp, which is hosted by Sherry of Colorado Cross Stitcher, and she's on Instagram and she's also on YouTube, Floss Tube. I'm not particularly bothered if I don't get it finished. I should get it finished, to be honest, because it's not exactly a massive stitch. This is the one that I'm stitching, and it's a freebie from Heartstring Samplery, and it's called May Peace Abide. And I'm stitching this on 36 count, I think it's light mocha. It was a piece in my stash. I didn't have a label on it or anything, and so, but I think it is that. And I am using Gas Onyx. And as I say, oh, sorry. I didn't finish off. Just thought I'd leave it dangling. I don't think I started it in my last video, but so that's where I'm at. And I really like this, it's really pretty. Not quite sure how I'll finish it when it's done, possibly in a hoop. So that looks like it's going up my nose and it's not. So yeah, if I get a chance to sit down and watch some Floss Tube in an afternoon, I get this out and just pop a few stitches into it while I'm watching. So we'll see, I might maybe do some later today, I don't know yet, it very much depends. And I still haven't started the camp badge, so I really need to sort myself out on that one and get that done. And that's in the snowman bag that I made for myself using Bonnet tutorial. It's very, very rough and ready. I made it quite a while ago actually. It's pre-pandemic. So that is a while. So excuse me. I'm having a hot chocolate this morning. And then last night I stitched sorry, excuse the rustling, I can't help it. Stitched on this Christmas garden, which is the Tuesday night BBD sal with Mouse and Barb. Barb and I are stitching this. Mouse is stitching Bluebird's Message, which is very, very pretty. If you follow Mouse on Instagram, Tales of a Stitching Mouse, do go and have a look. Yes, stitching this one, and I am up to here. Oh, I've still got bits of the border to do either side, but yeah, I'm there, so I can start working my way into those. And I'm using DMC. Looking a bit messy. And I'm stitching this on 36 count latte from Foxglove and Lace linens. That's not showing a bad colour actually there for that linen. I always find it really, really difficult to get a good match really, and it really is beautiful linen. It's beautiful to stitch on. So since the last time I showed this, you may remember, I realised that I had a three-legged deer, So I've sorted that out. I've stitched this and I've done this row here. And I was very, very merrily stitching along, not looking at the pattern, and then I realised that it changed in the middle. But thankfully I wasn't too far before I realised, so just don't keep going, keep looking at your pattern. I'm really enjoying it. To be honest, with it being so big, I thought I'd be fed up of that by now as well, because I do tend to sometimes get a bit fed up of stuff, but I'm really, really enjoying it. It's such a lovely stitch, and I think because the fabric is so nice as well to stitch on, it just makes it even more of a pleasure. And finally, I haven't done a lot on this since last time because I had some secret stitching that I desperately needed to get done, and I had a visit from the frog and I had to undo everything that I'd done one particular night, so yeah. So this is Sue Hillis Designs A Study in Blue, and I'm stitching the box top at the moment. I'm going to do everything because I really, really like everything. And I'm stitching it in the called for dungarees, gas dungarees, which is, it's a beautiful blue. So like I say, I don't think you'll see much difference from the last time. All I have to do now is finish this, just pop the bird in, and then make a start on something else, which will be tonight. Or should I say make a start on another part of it. Don't know which part yet. Probably whatever comes over here. I think the alphabet band is going to be, well, should I say take a while. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart, which is one of my go-to fabrics. So that is all my whips. As I say, no finishes that I can show, and I have only had one anyway since the last time I filmed. So, oh, I knew I was going to do that. Never mind. I'll sort that later. I've got some of the frayy bits stuck. Excuse me. So we'll do haul now. One piece of haul. Can you believe it? One. And that is Cottage Garden Samplings, Here in the Woods, Jackrabbit, which of course in the UK is a hare. And I am, no disrespect, I am pleased that I didn't sign up for auto ship. The next one is, I can't remember what the next one is. And as cute as it is, we don't have them over here, so I'm not going to get that one. So that's Jackrabbit. Raccoon. Raccoon is the next one. Right, so that's all that lot. So what I thought I would do, I've been trying to have a bit of a declutter. And just having a sort out, tidying out cupboards, things like that. I actually found, don't know if you can see them there, just those 3 bits there, and some more of Valentine's stitching that I forgot I'd done. So yeah, what I want to get, I've got a box for so much of my stitch stuff. I swap out for the seasons and everything. So what I want to try and do is get another box, see if I can find somewhere for it. because we just have so much stuff in cupboards. It's ridiculous. But what I thought I'd do, because I came across some pieces that I'd fetched home from my dad's. My dad showed a great interest in my stitching. He absolutely loved seeing what I was doing, what it looked like when it was finished, when I got it framed. And he'd often say to me, if I got a new pattern, he would say, I hope I live long enough to see that stitched and finished. And it used to spur me on to actually get something done. So I had actually stitched him a few pieces. There's one that I can't find, and I don't know where it is. It'll turn up, I am sure. So this is obviously when we were clearing his house out, ready to sell. I said to my sister, I'm going to take my stitched pieces home if that's okay. Which means she wouldn't want them anyway, because I stitched stuff for her which has never been up on the wall. So yeah, this one, I have no idea who the designer is, what it's, oh, sorry for the glare, what it's called or anything. I don't even know where I found it. Possibly in a cross stitcher magazine, possibly in a book, I don't know. But my dad was a keen gardener. He had an allotment, he had flower beds at home, he had roses, he had 2 greenhouses where he grew cucumbers and tomatoes. So this really was an ideal thing to stitch for him. I was going to sell it. I have tried to sell it actually, but nobody seems to want it. And then I was going to take it to the charity shop on Saturday. We had a load of stuff to take to the charity shop, and I thought, no, because I can use the frame. I did get this framed at my local framers, who has been retired a few years now. So I thought, even if I don't want the actual cross stitch itself, I can keep it, but I can reuse the frame. It's quite a large frame. So that hung in his living room. I did actually stitch him a Christmas ornament as well, a shepherd's bush Christmas ornament, one of the little freebies. And he kept it out all year. He liked it that much, he just kept it out all year. And that now goes on my tree. And then, I have to excuse because these are a bit, I've never really cleaned them particularly, other than just dust them since I fetched them home, and he was a smoker. So this one, I've no idea where this came from either. And my dad was in the Royal Army Medical Corps way back in the 40s, I think. Yeah, because my mum and dad got married late 1940s, and he'd come out by then. I can't come out of the army by then. So that is the badge for the Royal Army Medical Corps. And then this one, now this you can tell he was a smoker when you look at this one. This one is a Dragon Dreams design. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember what it was called. But again, garden themed. And unfortunately I can't wash it because it's got some, I think it might be water lilies, maybe. See, it's got silk threads and hand dyed, obviously. It's one of his carers asked if she could wash it, and I went, no. And then the last one, so there is another one, but I don't know what I've done with it. It was a Lizzie K, I think, number 1 dad it was called. I did one for my husband's dad, I did one for him and one for my dad, but anyway, I don't know where that is. So the last one is this one, and it's a drawn thread design, the drawn thread. Cannot remember what it's called there. But I really, really like that one. I've got it on my windowsill actually upstairs, my bedroom windowsill. So that's those. Just thought I'd show you those. So I think that's everything. So my plans, I think I'm going to try and get my winter cross stitch camp finished before the end of February. If I don't, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to try and do that. Other than that, I think I want to try and start the Barbara Anna. What was it called? Will You Stitch Along With Me, Sal? I would like to quite... What is it with words? I would quite like to start that. I think the second part's out today. I need to have a look and get that downloaded. So if I can get my cross stitch camp piece done, I might start that. Other than that, just stitch on what I've already got going. I don't think I'm going to have many finishes because they're all quite big pieces really. So yeah, I think that is all the cross stitch stuff really. Cost Nashville Needlework Market is coming up next month. Sue from Peakside is hopefully going. Obviously she's going to need a negative test before she goes, so I've seen one piece up to now, a Teresa Kogut. Sorry, I'm making a right mess of that, aren't I? I have no idea how it's pronounced. And that's the book, I think it's called Gather, but I'm not going to get it. I'm going to be good. But obviously, if Blackbird Designs attend, I don't know whether Alma is going to go or not. There could be something from her. I know that What Remains Is Love is being released at Nashville, which was the Traditional Stitches exclusive, which I have. I bought from Traditional Stitches. But other than that, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try and be good, but obviously if Alma brings anything out that... I'm doing a lot of airs that I like. I may well have to be a bit naughty, but we shall see. So that's everything from me today. I'd like to say thank you. I've had a few new subscribers, but it's really, really weird. I don't know what on earth is going on, because I've been over 600 subscribers twice, at least, and then I've dropped. So I don't know whether people are subscribing, watching me and thinking, don't like her, I'll unsubscribe. So yeah, it's a bit weird. I find YouTube a bit weird at times, but anyway. But thank you to those of you who have subscribed. Thank you very much to those who watch, and thank you who click the like button, because obviously that might get me noticed a little bit more. And I know I'm not the best floss tuber. I know I waffle. I don't edit. I don't have a posh setup, but what you see is what you get, right? An absolute idiot. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do stay safe. We are expecting a couple of storms this week. We've got Storm Dudley coming in today, and I think it's Storm Eunice coming in on Friday. We are in the yellow warning for both, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't get bad, because I think everybody hates wind, to be honest, because it can be very damaging, can't it? So everybody, if you are in the path of either of those two, please stay safe, take care, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye everybody.